Welcome to Albaninsky by Alberto de Almar. I'm available at 310-666-3671, and my email is albertodelmar@earthlink.net. Now let me just tell you about this. I'm going to read from the text here. The software basically creates an infinite number of musical patterns. I start off with 2, 3, and 4 note, 5 note patterns, and then later up to 28 note patterns, and all their possible reorderings, or what you would call permutations. You can repeat these patterns at any interval from the root and string them together for a compound pattern. This program, it will list all the notes and show how to play the patterns at any tempo on the guitar or the piano, and you can save them as MIDI files and as text files for later editing. These could be exported to any sequencer and allows up to 50 voices at once. This software is one of a kind and beyond, believe me, and it is a true breakthrough, a musical tool to manifest nearly every melody that is possible and it will ever exist. Cutting edge, okay? Now there's a tutorial already up on the internet on YouTube that you can see where I do some demonstrations. So I'll also do it here. With the built-in calculator, you can figure out how many patterns this program will actually produce. For example, 28 consecutive notes. If I repeat just 10, all 10 combinations, you would get over 13 million musical patterns times 40 million permutations, which equals about 523 trillion sets of notes. That is, if you learned 176 a second, it would take you 100 years to be able to do that. If you calculate this for 27 notes out of 28, do the math, it would be 8 billion trillion to deal with, and you would have to live over 16,000 times 15 billion years to learn these patterns that this program produces, not counting mixing the patterns to make longer, complex patterns or melodies. So as you can see, this is amazing stuff here. So let's get started here. I'm just going to show you a few simple things. This is the combinator calculator where you can figure out and compute these things. I'm going to close that. And I'm going to go here and just create a single note pattern here. And just take one note. That's it. You may say, now what's so interesting about that? Well, here I'm going to click the link tone. This means that the one single note is going to repeat every half step. Now I'm going to hit OK, and there it is. Now I'm going to get rid of this. First of all, I'll do it again because I had something there before. Okay, so let's do it again. There's one, in the key of C. It's going up in half steps, and it's a single note pattern. Let's generate it over here. See, I'm going to clear that, make sure that's the correct one. I hit generate. Now let's play it. So that's a one note pattern in jumping in half steps. Now if I jump 2 steps, let's hear what that sounds like. Let's clear that pattern first. Mute this one here and generate this one. Again, I'm going to use the specified pattern. There's one note. Now we're jumping 2 spaces instead of 1. Let's play that. I'll generate it first. Here it is in the second column. You can see all the notes here. Okay, now let's play that. Okay, so that's a one note pattern going in 2 steps. Now let's try 3 steps here. Let's mute that one, clear this one, and let's go ahead and hear what that sounds like. So we're going to again go back to the one note pattern, going up 3 steps and generating that. Okay, let's generate it. Let's play it. Okay, let's do a couple of more now. I'm going to mute that one. Let's try going up, skip a few here. Let's go to a flat 5. Here's the one I had there before. Let's go back to the one note pattern again. Specified pattern, single notes, and it's jumping this many steps each time. There it is. Create it. Let's play it. Okay, so this is an example of one note pattern. Now we have here a list of 2 note patterns, 3, 4 note patterns. You can see there's a lot of them. It takes a while to get through all these. And then finally, 5 note patterns. So let me just pick one here I'll just pick one that's kind of cool. Let's see, let's try odd numbers. 1, 3, 5, 7. Let's see, let's try this one. 3, 5, 7, flat 9. That's not a good one. So first I'm going to clear the first one we had there before. I'm going to mute this one we did listen to. And I'm going to highlight that one. Click OK. And generate it. Okay. I can take the same pattern, hear that, change the length tone to an octave here. So it's going to jump 8 notes instead of that many. Mute that, generate that. It's the same pattern here, but now it's going to be jumping a full octave instead of what it did before. Let's generate that and play it. Okay, and here you can change the order of the notes. These are all the possible permutations of the same notes that are here, but in different orders. So let's just pick one at random here in the middle. Mute that one. Let's clear this. We'll use this permutation here. Let's generate that and play it. Okay, I'll stop that. Notice here you can see the notes on the guitar, and you can study it, and you can also see it on the piano and play it. You can slow it down to any speed. You can also highlight any area you want, delete or copy or loop, so you can study and practice. Slow it down to any tempo and change all the sounds here and pen left and right. You can play all these at once. It does a lot more, so this is just an introductory tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it and appreciate what you can do. Thank you.